Hi, good morning, it's Sue. How are you today? Welcome back to my channel. I'm really pleased to see you here. As you can see, I'm back on the 100-day project, my 100 days in my everyday journal. And today I'm doing 7 and 8. So I'll be splitting this video. Actually working on 7 one day and 8 the next, but I will post them together. So if you remember, day 6 was our glassine envelope. So day 7, I'm going to make a card, a journal card, to slot into the envelope. Okay, so I'll put my book away, out of harm's way. Thank you all for your comments on the last few pages, all very positive. I'm glad you like how we're going, and you know, any suggestions, anything you'd like to see, that's great with me. Let me know, and if I can do it, I will try. Okay, now this might be a slightly noisy video. We're having some work done at home. The floods that we experienced a couple of years back now, and the heavy rain last year have caused some erosion down by the river, and particularly down by the jetty. So we're having some retaining done down there, which involves heavy equipment. So if you hear any bangs and clangs and, you know, that horrible beeping noise that reversing vehicles make, that's what it is. The sheep are not impressed. They delivered 5 tons, which is half of the rocks that we're going to need. They delivered those yesterday. Oh my gosh, the sheep were inquisitive, but they didn't like it. They didn't like the noise at all. Oh dear. We had to make a big fuss of them at the end of the day. Honestly, 13 sheep, they're like pets. Okay, so what I'm going to use is this piece of craft card, and it is quite substantial. And I have this digital image, and in my mind, I'm thinking the front page was obviously the wedding of this couple, the glassine front. So I thought inside we'd do a bit of a, you know, they've gone off on their honeymoon and this is where they're staying. So they're staying in this hotel, and I've got a little bit of ephemera here that I'm going to add. It brings in the colours that are on the front page. Should show this. So that's the front page, and if you can see, it's bluey green around here, as well as the neutral colours, the craft type colours. So that's what I'm going for in the pocket. So I'm using these bits. I've got a little bit of gold here, a bit of gold tissue, gold star. Thought we'd have that there. I want to put one of these on the top, and we'll put that on first so that this piece covers. And I've just gone for a blue flower. Okay, a couple of odd bits here in blues and greens, just to, you know, add a little bit of something else to the page. So without further ado, I'll start gluing. How have you been? It's been a crazy few days here because we've been waiting for this work to start, and we weren't too sure, and then all of a sudden, oh yes, it's happening. So there was a bit of prep to be done. Ian wanted to get all the grass cut because they'd be driving in with their heavy trucks. So he just wanted to make that a little easier for them. So he's been busy outside. I'm keeping out of it. My biggest input was the colour of the rocks. I had to be on site to say yay or nay. And I mean, 10 tons of rock is a lot of rock. And the first ton was grey. Well, grey doesn't go at all in my house. But he said, don't panic. The rest will be the lighter colour and we'll just fill in. And he was very good, considering, I mean, you know, we crafters are very precise. We know what we like and what we don't, and the same applies around the place. If you're going to do it, and I'm spending all this effort, let alone all this money to do it, I want to be pleased at the end of the job. But, you know, for a young fella, he was fine. Yeah, get it, no worries, I agree. Oh dear. So Ian's warned me to keep out. Don't go there. Oh dear. Right, let's have a nice fresh glue page. And we'll start sticking down. We've got our tab on. Now, I just mentioned, one of the girls mentioned that I might have said in one of my videos, the one where I used the jelly plate, that I mentioned that I was using acrylic ink. I could well have. So I did go back and check, and I certainly couldn't see where I mentioned that. I didn't use acrylic ink. I don't know whether you can use acrylic ink. I used acrylic paint, and basically my understanding is that anything that is water soluble is usable. So, you know, if you were confused about that, that's how I understand the products to be used with the jelly plate. I've used distress inks and distress oxides and had quite good results with those. Paler, but equally nice. Okay, so just to clarify that, and I'm always happy, you know, I know, and I think I've said, when I'm crafting and talking, I find quite hard because I'm used to sitting on my own and just getting on with it, you know what I mean? So trying to add a bit of a conversation as well is difficult for me. So I could well say the wrong thing. I know I say tags and labels and get those mixed up. Tags and labels and embossing folders and I can't think of it now. And the folders we use for sponging, I do mix those up when I'm talking. I know what I mean, but nobody else does. Sorry about that. I'll own up to it though. Okay, so we're going to put this one on here. Oh, now I've got a fly buzzing around. I've got the window slightly open because it's another warm day here. It's 1st of March is the first, sorry, what am I saying? The end of February, the 28th, is the last day of summer. So 1st of March means, you know, our summer is supposedly over. I mean, it doesn't always work that way. But it's warm, still warm. Right, now let me think. What do I want? Yes, let's put this on next. Okay. Do some light inking. Now let's have a play with these 3 pieces. So that one needs to go that way. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. I quite like this. I don't know whether you can see that from this distance. That is a nice gold, what do you call it? Can't think, like a medallion. That's quite nice. I don't really want to cover that up. Yeah, I think I might do that and maybe put a little bit of washi across the top there. So let's go. We don't want to procrastinate today. I have another video to make for, oh, that's not very straight, Mrs. Yeah, another video for the Marguerite Miller challenge. I've got most of the bits organised for that. Well, that often takes longer than actually working the piece. But yeah, I'll get that one up, get it done at least, and then I've got a couple of videos in hand, hopefully. Try and get that one straight. Okay, our flag goes there. And I do like this tape. I've used it a fair bit, and it's just from, I think it was from Kmart, this one, which is, you know, a local shop here. Sells bits of everything, homewares, books, office supplies, you name it. It's a lovely shop to have a browse around. We don't have any of the big department stores here. Actually, there is we've got a country department store in Warhope, which is fabulous. They have all sorts of everything, but not craft supplies, you know, homewares and outfits, so forth. Okay, I think that's it. That will do. And we'll put this one down. Miss that side. And I think that's a bit loose too. Okay. Oh gosh. Didn't do very well at all, did I? What's going on? There we are. Now I'm going to stamp a number, of course. Started this. Number 7. It's going on that little label. And we might just use vintage paper. It's on my desk in front of me, so I think that's perfect. There we go. Pop some of these bits away. And that is day 7. And I'm going to leave the back like that. I think that's fine. You can write on there. I might just stitch around. Actually, I will. I'll be back. So there we are. I've stitched around all 4 sides, and I've also lightly inked just to finish that off. Okay, so that will just slide into our pocket like so. Yeah, happy with that. All right, thank you very much. I will move on and see you back for number 8. Thanks so much. Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today, where we're working in my 100-day everyday journal. Okay, and we've done 6 and 7. 6 and 7 was the pocket with the journal card. We're now on to number 8, and 8 is a nice clear page. And what I thought I would do is collage a sheet here. I'm using some book page, collage over this, and then what I want to do is emboss it with one of these two folders, and I haven't decided which one yet. I saw somebody do this and I thought it looked really good, so I thought it'd be a great background. I've got couple of bits here. I've got this fairy who's been sitting around my desk for a long time, and I've trimmed her out, and I think I'm going to use her. Got a couple of other ones that should be in that pile there, and I'll probably use some words. Okay, so without further ado, let's get the glue book in. Got a nice clean page, and start working out how we want to do this. Now, most of this, I've got some book page. I've got a few pieces that are from my jelly printing. The rest, I've got some matte page. The rest are digitals, bits and bobs. All right, so let's get started. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, so you may or may not see this video. If you're watching it now, it didn't turn out too badly. Oh dear. Now the AC's on, so I should be all cool, calm and collected. If it's a bit noisy, I apologise. Oh gosh, that's not very straight. Let's give it some more glue. That belongs that way around. Actually, we might put this one down here because I want that butterfly. And this one has been cut out, so it really should go under here. Okay. I love when you're using scraps. The scraps produce more scraps and they get smaller as you go. So funny. But we do use them all, eventually. sure it's all pushed down. Hope it isn't. Okay. And there's my scissors here. Just trim around. This will have to be trimmed down a bit more once it's been through the embossing machine. But I've left it a little bit longer because it may well shrink up a bit. Okay, so those are our odd bits. Have we got enough on there? Okay. Now there's a tiny little piece of that I tore off. We might put that down here too. Can go that way. There we are. So that's our piece. Let's get rid of those scraps. And our fairy will sit on like so. But first off, we have to, I want to emboss it. Now, which one will I use? They're both the same size. Now, that one's slightly bigger, so I think we'll use this one, which is textile. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go off and emboss that to the side, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's gone through the embossing machine. I quite like that. That's not bad at all. I mean, obviously, it hasn't gone, it's left a border top and bottom and a slight border there, but let's have a look, see how that works. Yeah, well, I'm going to trim some off anyway, so I'm not too worried. I put these butterflies through as well because they would have made sense to attach them before I emboss this, but never mind, they can go on afterwards. Here's our angel, and she's going to go down reasonably flat. So make sure she's well glued. And then we'll have these two. Maybe the smaller one at the top. This other one down here. And a sentiment. Let's have a look. It needs to be black. I saw down here. Where is it? If you're lucky enough to be different, never change. What about that? With brave wings she flies. Let's go with that one. That's more obvious, isn't it? Okay. Now I've lost it. There it is. And we might put that up here at the top. Actually, let's trim it down first so we know where we're going with this. Okay, so my page is, let's say 5 3/4. Let's go with that. 2, 4, 5 3/4. That gets rid of that wide area at the top. So we just go, I measured it at 6, obviously. Do it the other way, Mrs. Wash. There we go. 5 3/4 is there. Okay, use the craft knife. can go. Let's just check it. Yep, that's fine. And across here, we might cut at 4 inches. Okay. Okay, I can take a bit off both sides here, which will be good. I want 4 inches. So we'll take some off this side. There we are. So there we go. We'll do a bit of sponging before we do anything else. Just a light sponge. Because there will probably be a little border of that grey colour background. So it'd be good if this stands out. I wish I could remember who did this. Somebody will remember and tell me, I hope, so I can give credit where credit's due. I thought it was brilliant. I really like the effect of that. Okay, so let's try it now. Yep, perfect. Just a little border all around. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's get our fairy on. Oh, she just fits. Yay. Okay, let's go. Actually, I might go with my other wet glue. The oils. Let's go with this one. You can always put the art glitter glue around the very edge, but I think this would be, because it's got to get into those embossed areas. This might be good. Close it. I've got glue stuck to my finger now. See if there's enough on to get these ends. Yes. And that's it. It's the roller. Right, clear the decks. Can go back in its pocket. And that's this page, which is just a decorated page. Over here we're going to have journaling space, and we'll do a bit of decorating on that. But for day number, what is it? 6, 7, 8. There you have it. Hope you like that. It was a bit different. I love that embossed background. I think that's really cool. Okay, I'll see you back here for our next page. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.